everybody. I am Sheshe Arwen. This is the UDOM podcast, and I am very grateful and thankful that you've chosen to join us today again. It is another episode of a beautiful conversation, getting to know each other, talking about a lot of things, making stories here and there. And I am so happy today that I've met someone that I've always been hearing about her, and I'm here sitting with her having a conversation, and I know it's going to be a lot of fun getting to know her. She is a beautiful girl, but far and most important, she is a first year student at the University of Dodoma. She is Miss Lake Zone first runner-up 2024-2025. She is Miss Kagera 2024-2025, Miss Tanzania finalist, and advocate of Msichana Jasiri. Am I right?
Yes, Msichana
Thank you so much for being with me here today. Firstly, I was mistakenly calling her as a model, and she told me she's not a model, rather she's a pageantry queen. And I am so, like most of us, when you see a girl or a man on a runway, we always think that she or he is a model. Like that's what clicks on the head right now.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that I'm getting to know the difference today. Welcome to the UDOM podcast.
Thank you.
You are very beautiful.
Thank you. You are as well.
You're very beautiful. Brenda Callixte.
Yes, Brenda Callixte.
How is Brenda?
Well, firstly, she's a first-year student at University of Dodoma. She's a girl, an advocate for other girls to end early unions, and also Miss Kagera, Miss Lake Zone first runner-up, and Miss Tanzania finalist. And on the studies part, I partake project planning, management, and community development. Yeah, a girl from Mr. Callixte's family. I think that's all about me.
How many are you in the family?
4, 2 boys and 2 girls.
And you are
the first girl. I'm actually the second one and the eldest daughter.
How beautiful that is.
Thank you.
All right, so before I forget, you're not a model, you're a pageant
I'm
queen.
a pageantry queen.
What's the
yes.
difference?
You see, models are all about portraying what they have. You see, the clothes, they're all about advertisement and showing what's to be presented. Well, pageantry queens, we're all about showing us. It's not just about the outside, it's not about the clothes, it's about the smile, the brains. That's why you see, during the contesting of pageantry queens, there are questions we are asked. We have to present our beauty with purpose. Beauty with purpose, you talk about the projects we present. So being a pageantry queen is also about giving back to the community. I'm the beauty queen of Dodoma. What's my beauty doing to Dodoma? Yeah, so it's not about being beauty on the outside, but also the inside.
When did you start this journey of the whole beauty
queen? Yeah, well, as soon as I was done with my high school, that's when I began with the pageantry journey. I started with Miss Kagera, boot camp and everything, the whole auditions. Right after my high school, when I went home, talked to my family, I was very interested in joining. So my mom was like, she was very okay with it, but she told me, don't embarrass me. That's the first thing she said. Don't you dare embarrass me. My mom is all about dignity and reputations. Yeah, so she was like, whatever you do, don't embarrass me. So I went for Miss Kagera, and thankfully I won. I was Miss Kagera. After that, so that's where the journey seriously started. Like, if I've made it, I'm going to the next step, Miss Kagera. I mean, Miss Lake Zone. So I went for Miss Lake Zone. I met the beauty queens from different regions of Lake Zone. We have Simiyu, Mwanza, Kagera, Geita, Shinyanga, and Mara. 6 regions, and 3 contestants from each region. So the winner and the 2 runner-ups. Okay. They were trained, they were talented, they're all beautiful, and they were all experienced. A lot of them had participated in different pageantry sessions. So they were more experienced than I was. I was very nervous. Man, everyone is a competition. I saw everyone as a competition. Some could work like nobody else. People float. Yo, people float out there. So others, they're so good at speaking. Like you really want to listen to them. When they start talking, you want to listen. You want to get to know them more. You want to get to hear about them. And then there are just queens. Some are very beautiful. There are others, they're so good at the makeup and stuff. And I'm just there. First time on everything. It was a challenge. I liked them though. I got to meet new people. I made friends. I actually made a very close friend, Miss Mwanza. Yeah, I made partners there. Yeah, so it was a fun experience, and I'm so excited to get to the Miss Tanzania part. Yeah, I get to meet queens from all zones. Queens from all of Tanzania. All part of Tanzania, yeah. After that, when we are inshallah, when I get to Miss World, I'll get to meet queens from all over the world.
I like the confidence though. Like
Thank you.
After there, like you like the competition is high, but
being a pageantry queen is all about the confidence.
Right.
You gotta be confident to face the people. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to know when you now decided that I'm going to go for Miss Kagera.
Yeah.
At home, how was the support? Was parents full aboard, or was it like 50-50?
Oh, my biggest supporters are my family. Most specifically my mom and my sister. They're the greatest supporters. Everything. Moral support, financial support. My mom, my ATM card, God bless her soul. Yeah, she's my bank. So my family are the biggest supporters. Actually, on the finals of Miss Lexon, my dad, all my sisters, everyone was there. My whole family and friends, they were there. I just felt like floating. You know, you're walking down there and you see your dad, you're like, yo, the man came. So I had to give it I had to give it my best shot. Like, I'm doing this, I can't embarrass my dad. My dad will be there saying, contestant number 1 is my daughter, and then I couldn't embarrass him. So I gave it my all. I gave it my fullest.
Were you always this slim? Like
growing up? Slim. Always.
You don't use anything to
No.
like a diet, a fixed diet that you have to work on every day to maintain this?
Not
Or is
really.
it naturally?
If I'm being honest, not really. I've always been slim.
Have you ever thought like now I'm gaining some and getting worried?
This is me gaining. I've never been. Man, I've always been slim my whole life.
Is it the entire family or?
Actually, I'm the only slim. Oh, and my brother Brenda is also as slim as me, but everyone, my sisters, my dad's side, my mom's side, they're all bumbled. They're all well endowed. I'm the slim one.
Okay, that's really interesting. It's like
okay, sometimes
it's not a coincidence.
I feel like I was destined to be a pageantry queen because everyone in my family is well endowed, like everywhere, but I'm the only slim one. Yeah, so maybe it was planned. Like she gotta be slim to be that.
Okay, you are the student here,
Yeah,
pursuing project planning.
Yeah.
Why project planning? I thought maybe you could go for a fine art and designing, sort of, close to pageants.
Yeah, a lot of people think that I should have taken fine arts.
Yeah.
But you see, I've always wanted to do something to my community. I believe I'm good at social encounters. And if there's one thing I can work on, is social encounters. And what's best to do with it? Project planning, right? So being a pageantry queen first, I went for it knowing that I wanted to do something different. I love being different. I love leaving a mark. And leaving a mark leads me to do other things. Let's say my project. I want to work on my project, and being a pageantry queen opens the doors for me. So with the profession being now, project planning being my profession now, and the grace of a beauty queen, it will open wider doors. And I'll get to work more with my community, give back to my community, and make it a career. Something that I've aspired to do for a very long time. It's why I'm working on Msichana Jasiri, my project.
speaking of msichana jasiri, this is the I believe to the pageantry, the whole beauty queen
it
industry,
is a requirement.
Yeah, you need to have projects that are directly affecting the society that you're living in. When did this project start?
Oh, it started way back when I was in school. You see, in the Lexon, there's a very huge problem of teenage pregnancies and early marriages, mostly in the fishing communities. You see, not to badmouth the Sukuma, but they don't really believe in education. And seeing as the mostly affected are the female, because the female is the one who has to give birth, live with the child, you know, take care of the children and the family. They're the ones mostly affected. And being a girl, I wanted to do something about it. And if you check in the statistics, most schools, there are a lot of dropouts, girls, due to pregnancies. Some they just drop out because they want to be married. So to change that, I had to work on it. And how do I can't just sit and, you see, the government is working on 30 years imprisonment to the father's child and whatever, but the core of the problem is the society. So now I came up with community mobilization to end early unions, whereas ending teenage pregnancies and early marriages, I call it msichana jasiri. By mobilizing the community, we as the community, we start working on the problem. Since we are the problem, we should get to the core of it. If we know the problem, we'll work to change, to solve the problem. So now if the community starts working on the problem, if the solution is stemmed from the community, we'll get to see the success of it. And that's what I aspire to do.
What is the biggest Brenda's dream? Like, what do you really want to fulfill?
I know, you see, I want to live in a community with girls who are aware, they're sexually educated, with families who are open-minded, who can sit and talk about everything. You see, if you live with your children, you tell them, you keep them aware with everything that's going on in the society, you prevent them from a lot of things. You protect them from a lot of adversities out there. Yeah, and a well-versed society, it means we skip a lot of problems, adverse, you see, and that's what I want to do. That's the change I want to imply in my society, my Lex Zone. And inshallah, if I'm done with the Lex Zone and I work well and we succeed, we'll move to Tanzania. Because other than Lex Zone, there are the coastal regions of Tanzania. Mtwara, Lindi, there are a lot of dropouts and young girls who get early pregnancies. It's a very common problem in Tanzania, a huge problem. Actually, 39% of girls in Tanzania get early pregnancies.
Who inspires you? Who is your biggest inspiration?
Doris Morrow. On the pageantry side.
Why? Why her?
She was actually a pageantry queen, Miss Singida. Yeah, she has this Doris Morrow Foundation. She's working so great with the society. She's doing a lot. She's giving, you can actually see her giving back to the community. There's Doris Morrow and Halima Kopwe. She came up with Halima Kopwe Foundation, working on, there's this Mama Yangu, Damu Yangu, I think. That was her project. Yeah, she's working with ending mortality, infant mortality. Yeah, and she's doing so well, and I want to do that. I want people to know me not just as a beauty queen, but someone, Brenda, she worked on ending community, or ending early unions. Brenda, she worked on the girls. Msichana Jasiri is because of Brenda. I want people to know me as that, not just as a beauty queen. Yeah.
So you are a student here and you're pursuing the beauty queen industry. I want to know what are the challenges that you face in balancing these two. They're both major, they're both important. You cannot let your mom down.
Oh yes.
Either.
I
So
can't
how-
let anyone down.
How are you balancing and what are the challenges?
Well, everything I do it to the fullest. When it's time for classes, I gotta be in class. Because when I'm not, when I have to be somewhere else and I can't miss a whole chunk of everything. If I get an opportunity to do something, I do it to the fullest. The challenges are if I'm scheduled to do something and I have to be in class at the same time. It's so hard to decide because they're both important. So you have to trade one thing for the other, and it's always a very hard pill to swallow and a hard decision to make. So yeah, there are those challenges. Yeah, I have to start working on my project, but now I have tests, CATs I have to work on. Yeah, so I have to pause my project and work on school. When I'm done with the test, I'll resume on my project.
Okay. Here at the University of Dodoma, we have those contests, UDOM, Miss UDOM, yeah, and stuff like that. What do you think is will be your contribution? I know there hasn't been one yet since you got here. You just got here. What do you think you can contribute to the local contest here?
You see, I haven't been to any tournament of the pageantry in this university, so I don't really know yet what's lacking and what they have in abundance. But what I can contribute is talking to the girls, getting to know them, letting them in on the ropes, what to do, what not to do, what to do on stage and what not to do on stage, the preparations, yeah, something along the lines.
With your experience,
Yeah.
do you think what can someone do to, like, you know, there are people who really want and love all this beauty industry that you're in, and they just don't know how to get there. They just don't know what to do.
Oh, the first step is always the hard step. Like, you gotta know who to go to, what to do. Yeah, if let's say they wanna get to Miss UDOM, I believe it's the easy part because it's in their community. It's in the school community. But they should work on their confidence. Yeah. And they should be really well versed on the outside world. You see, when we talk about being okay upstairs, it's not just about being good in class. You can be very bright in class, but you know nothing about the world. You have to be well versed about what's going on in the world. You have to know about the political matters, social matters, know a little bit of everything on trend. It will be great because that way you'll be well versed on all the social accountancies. Well, let's say you're invited in political affairs and you know nothing about political affairs. That's a shame. Yeah, so being a pageantry queen, you have to know a little bit of everything. Be well versed on a lot of things. So that inquires you to learn. Read. You know, using your phone, it's not just about texting. The social media, you can use it wisely. Read, check out the news, know about everything. Yeah, so that's all I can say.
Stay updated. Stay updated. I'm taking back to your project, Ms. Chana Jasiri.
Okay.
So I know you have already stated Ms. Chana Jasiri, and from the conversation we had, it's about, you know, this girl who has to grow up in opportunities without being bounded as just a female, a woman, and, you know, being led to a path that might, you know,
entails marriage and children only.
Exactly. But then in the end, we take it back to the community. There are people who, like the other gender, like that contribute to those effects that we see at the end, the pregnancy, the marriages. Do you at some point reach out to this other gender?
I do. You see, community mobilization means the male, the female. I work with the boys, I talk to the men, I talk to the elders. I have, you see, on my project, I work on community mobilization. So in the community mobilization, there are cultural dialogues. You can't have cultural dialogues with just the youths. You have to start at the stem of the problem, the elders, who think our early marriages for the girls is the solution. You have to work with the elders through the cultural dialogues. You see, empowerment. Economic empowerment is not just the female. It's also the male in the family. You see, poverty has also been a major causative of early pregnancies and early marriages. You see, the dad or the mom will say the bride price is high. The family financially needs the bride price, so they just have to let go of the girl. So economic empowerment as well, education, it's given to all the community members. There was this one time I was in Bukoba for the Mwenge.
Which is your hometown, right?
Yeah. Okay. I was in Bukoba for the Freedom Touch, Mwenge. The Mwenge festives. I was talking to the people of Bukoba, and you see the males, they told me, mtoto kautaka. I was traumatized. There's no comeback to that. How do you tell someone? I know. At first, I was shaken. Like, how do I come back? How do I tell them that mtoto kautaka is not right? You should see that it's wrong. Mtoto hatakiwi kuutaka.
Exactly.
Mtoto anataka kitu ulichomjulisha anatakiwa akitake. Mimi siwezi tu nikataka kuwa na wewe kama hujanionyesha kwamba nikiwa na wewe nitakula chips. Mimi siwezi nikataka kuwa na wewe kama hujanionyesha kwamba utanipeleka shule asubuhi na pikipiki. You see, you can offer that as a brother. You can offer that as an uncle, as a friend. You don't have to expect something in return. You have to see that her downfall is the downfall of the society. It's very hard to tell that to boda boda. Yeah. Sitting with them, talking to them, you see that they're deprived of the knowledge. They think that it's an ego boost to be with a number of females. Yule mtoto alinitaka mwenyewe, nimepeka shule mara 2 mara 3 kanitaka. It's not right. Mimi kuna muda hata auhangaiki. It's not right. You have to make them see that this is wrong. So working with a male has been quite hard. Seeing that you have to work with a male ego.
I think it's because they do not being affected directly, so they feel like it's not our problem.
They are.
They do.
You see, take this instance. You ask any male, what if it happens to your sister? Wanakuwaga wakali. Matter of fact, my brother, he has a girlfriend. Lakini ana expect mimi nisubiri when the time is right. When is the time right?
And the girlfriend he has same age.
Okay, no, he's a bit older, but I believe even when he was a bit younger, my age, he had a girlfriend. But when is the right time for me? Why is it always the right time for you guys? Why is it not for me? So you see how hurt you are, you see how affected you are, you should have that empathy for other girls. Because they also have families. They also have brothers, mothers, sisters, a whole community behind them. And if I fail, if I drop out of school, if I fail to achieve my goals, I'll be a setback to the community. If I'm poor, I'll depend on you. If I'm economically static, I'll have to put you down as well. Nikikutegemea wewe hautaendelea. Mshahara wako unanilea mimi, mwanangu na wewe na familia yako. Lakini ukiona kwamba mimi nikiendelea na wewe ukaendelea, wote tukaendelea, hatutakuwa tunakwama, tutaendelea zaidi. Jamii inatakiwa ilione hilo, lakini sasa changamoto ni kuliona hilo. Mtu haoni shida kama mtoto sio wako. Unatakiwa muonyeshe kwamba yule mtoto akitoboa utamhitaji. Hatuhitaji madaktari, tunawahitaji wengi, tunahitaji walimu wengi, tunahitaji maengineer wengi, tunahitaji waandishi wa habari. Yaani tunahitaji kila mtu apate the piece of cake. Kila mtu afanikiwe ili wote tufanikiwe. Yaani ukifanikiwa na mimi nikafanikiwa, unaona kama mafanikio ya jamii yetu yanakuwa ni makubwa. Tunakuwa tunaacha kuilaumu serikali haituletei barabara. Tunakuwa tunaacha kuilaumu serikali haikopeshi wa mama wetu. Mama wetu wanahitaji kukopa kwa sababu wanashindwa walishindwa kufikia malengo yao. Inabidi sasa wakat corners kuanza na biashara ndogo ndogo. Si kila mama alikuwa na dream ya kuwa mfanya biashara ndogo ndogo. Kila mtu ana dream zake, lakini zilikatishwa. Na sasa hivi kwa wale ambao tayari walikuwa wameshakatishwa ndoto zao, inabidi tuanze kuonyesha kwamba ndoto haikuisha pale ulipopata mimba. Bado unaweza kwenda shule. Bado unaweza kuachieve your goals, bado unaweza kuirudia ndoto yako ukashinda. Na kwa sababu umeshaona how hard the street is, you can work harder and better. You can do better, you can do great. Sasa hivi pia ni changamoto kwanza sasa kuionyesha familia believe in your child. Inabidi umuonyeshe familia kwamba alikosea, lakini mtoto wanasema nje kwenye Biblia, mkono ukichafuka haukati. Exactly. Mnaosha, mnaendelea. So you have to make the family believe that, start believing in the child, in the girl child. Kwamba sasa hivi alikosea, lakini sasa hivi ameshajua makosa yake. Akirudi kwenye game, atakuwa ni tofauti na bora sana. Tutatoa watu wakubwa sana. Mfano wa mtu mkubwa, Madam Rita. I believe Madam Rita alipata mimba miaka 14. If I'm well versed on that. Alikuwa mdogo sana. Lakini umeona alivyoleta mabadiliko makubwa. Ameinua watu wakubwa sana kwenye nchi. Ni kwa sababu someone believed in her and she fought back harder. She came back harder. She burned brighter. Sasa inabidi sasa jamii yetu ione hilo.
Wow. I really well done to what you've done so far. I really want to keep on talking to you really so very much, but the time is not in the time is not on my side today. I hope when I invite you again, you will come and sit and talk to us. And maybe by then you'll be having another big project going on.
I have a lot
Tanzania.
There's a lot to say.
By then. Thank you so much for your time, and well done to what you've been doing, and keep on doing it. We are watching, we are looking, the world is there. We really appreciate.
Thank you for having me.
Deeply, I really appreciate every girl who stand up for other girls. I really do. And just to challenge you, this other gender is really what we have to work on right now. I think girls have already been, they are aware right now of what they can do, who they can be. They have a lot of role models, but this other gender is, still the stereotype is still there, and the ego is, as you just said. So whatever you work, also this other side you have to really keep an eye on.
They are the providers. You can't magically be pregnant. There's no Maria in our generation.
That was Brenda Callixte here with me today on UDOM podcast. Thank you so much for joining in. Until next time for a very refreshing conversation. Bye bye. My name is Marcia. See you.
Bye.